Bienvenidos. Welcome everyone to the Raíces de Hacienda podcast. I'm Juan Vildosola, a business advisor with the Empresarios program here at Hacienda. And today I am joined by my co-hosts, Seb and Jules.
Hola todas. I'm Jules Morehouse, the Director of Human Resources at Hacienda, and I'm super excited to meet our guest today.
Hello and welcome. I'm Sebastián Bishop, part of the Arobas program here at Hacienda. And today we're diving into Dreams into Action, a conversation about small business, family legacies, and how entrepreneurship can transform lives.
And today I'm especially excited because we're here. We'll hear directly from two of our amazing clients. I have the privilege of working with them through the Empresarios program, and we'll explore something that might seem impossible for many Latinas here in the U.S. and how can that become a reality? So I'm glad that you're here. Please introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here. My name is Zara Preciado, and I have the honor to be part of Empresarios. And then I'm a founder of Kaphiy Roasters, a small roaster company, a small startup that is just, we roast coffee beans. They come from Peru, and then we sell in the farmer's market.
Hi, I'm Peter. I'm Zara's partner and co-founder of the company.
Welcome.
And I want to ask, where the idea of becoming an entrepreneur came to you from? Was it something that you always dreamed of, or did it grow out of a personal need?
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, I always want to be an entrepreneur at some point. I feel like as a human beings, we're very complex, and normally my field is science, but it was something that I really want to go through just to be able to be my own boss, and then because, different, you have a normal job, you have a boss, and when you're just working on your business, you are the one who's gonna face everything and has to take decisions for everything. So that was something that developed after pandemic around, that was able to develop with Hacienda too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think though, also when we were both doing our masters before the pandemic, there was the university had a sort of enterprise center, and they offered like a free week-long boot camp to sort of generate ideas for businesses, and that's where I think you first started thinking of it.
That's true.
And then it kind of got shelved.
Mm-hmm. It was that. It was part of our professional developing, and then it was not related exactly to our field. And they were like, what else do you want to do in your life? And that's when I was like, well, my passion for coffee. And they let's start developing this idea. And I was part of the boot camp for 2 weeks of them, and they were like, okay, so maybe this is what you have to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you said your background was science. I mean, let's go back a little bit. Could you tell us about where did you grow up? How did you end up here? How did you two meet?
Mm-hmm. So I was born in Lima, Peru, the city, the big city. My mom is from the coast, from Pisco, my dad is from the Andes, from Cajamarca. And then I was born in the big city. I finished my undergrad in Lima, and then I immigrated to the United States. And my idea was always to do a grad school here. And then when I was here, I was working in Seattle, working in a community health center. And then I decided to go and visit my godparents in California. And I took a train, the Cal train. The Amtrak, and then I met Peter on the Portland station. I mean, he hopped on my car, and then we met.
It's pretty incredible.
It was a serendipity of life. I think it was meant to happen. We didn't have any connections, no friends. Nothing.
I was living here in Portland.
I was in Seattle, so he hopped in the car, and I saw him walking down, and his eyes were side to side. I was like, And you have that feeling that somebody's gonna be important in your life. It was like a weird feeling for me. It was like, oh my gosh, this guy.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that we met. It was just because I had gotten laid off like a week before. I have family in San Francisco too, so I thought I'll take the train. And the funny thing is, never has this happened in my life, but I missed my train I was supposed to get on. They were like, no problem, come the next day, and that was the day that I got on the train. And we talked all night on the train. We had coffee in the morning, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
And Pete, where did you grow up?
So I grew up in San Francisco, Bay Area. Both my parents are immigrants. My dad's from Mexico, my mom from Canada, and they sort of like accidentally met in a little Mexican neighborhood south of San Francisco. And so my mom's family is very Catholic, so they felt comfortable moving into this really religious Mexican mostly neighborhood. So I grew up there, and at some point my mom moved to Portland, so I kind of started coming back and forth, and so yeah.
And you both said like you started some sort of like a class, right, where they were like, oh, what are your other interests? I guess that was like the first step you took to become entrepreneurs, right? But what came after that?
Okay, after that, we came back to the States because, as students in Europe, we were like super broke coming back to the United States. Let's
did
go
our
to
masters
work.
in the
yeah,
UK.
in the UK. We got
Together.
our masters in
Yeah.
England.
Great.
So we came back to the United States, and then pandemic hit. And then it was like, well, pandemic pretty much touched everyone. And then I
think this was the catalyst for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main catalyst is like Zara went to visit her family
in Peru.
in late February or March of 2020.
Yes, and we heard something about COVID, something in Asia, but it wasn't very clear.
We were barely starting to hear about it, yeah.
Exactly. I normally go and visit my family for a month or 2 weeks, and then it was Sunday morning, I remember, and then everybody was like, oh, the president is going to say something, everybody in national TV. By the way, we're closing all the borders, so I missed my flight to United States for 4 days, and I got stuck in Peru for 10 months. Yeah.
Wow.
It was...
We thought no big deal. You get to spend a little more time with your family than usual. We didn't
Everything
think it was
happened
gonna...
for a reason, I feel, because it was time for me to reconnect with my sibling, my older sibling. I have time to take care of my auntie who, after years, passed away. And then we were with my brother reconnecting because we are super best friends. And then I have the time to go through the recipes of the family. And then it was amazing time.
That's profound.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah.
And then it happened that on my daily, so I was trying to find the best coffee because I love coffee, my passion. I ran into this lady who was the chair of the cooperative of women who are from Cajamarca, one of the best areas of coffee in my country. And also it happened is the land of my dad.
She happened to be in Lima when you were there.
I was in Lima, and she got stuck in Lima too. Carmen
wow.
Carrasco, this lady who is a complete entrepreneur. Like she just has the mind since I was a kid that I don't have. It's just something that I had to learn on the way. So I connect with her, and she was like delivering the coffee door by door, and then I talked to her, and that was the click. I was like, this is it. She was a chair of a cooperative of women. All the women are indigenous. 42 women, indigenous from the area of Cajamarca. There are coffee farmers, and they own their own small acre, a small plot, like an acre, and half an acre.
And for coffee growers, that's tiny.
That is tiny.
When we tell other people, oh, we got this, because Zara brought back a suitcase full of green beans at one point. Because you're allowed to legally do that without importing it. So she brought one back, and when we told other coffee roasters, the lady who grew this coffee's got 1.5 acres. They're like, wow.
And she had that size because she got divorced, and she had half an acre for the husband. Otherwise, she would have like only half or one.
Right.
Yeah, because this is still a very culture, male dominated. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Wow.
What's your favorite way to prepare coffee?
Sorry, what you said?
Your favorite method?
Oh, my favorite method. Pour over. Pour over
Cool.
is the way to go for me. Yeah, I love every method, but pour over is one of the best. Yeah, I feel like my coffee is like crisp, clean, and then I can taste all the notes. Yeah.
I think that's considered to be the purest way by coffee people and baristas in general. I personally like French press, and I like the mocha pot. I like doing a little espresso shot.
I think more people who are more like some of them prefer Chemex because it's even more crisper and clean because the filter is a little bit thicker. Yeah. Some of my coffee connoisseurs are like, oh, Chemex is my favorite to go. I like to just like pour over. Yeah, I think it's straightforward. In 3 minutes, you can have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, like gravity does all the work and stuff. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know it was like that pure for extracting stuff, but I guess it makes sense because it's kind of like the water passes through like pretty well. Well, time to talk more about, I guess, your journey as an entrepreneur. We know that every entrepreneur faces challenges, and what are some of the biggest barriers that you ran into early on in starting your business?
Well, I have this idea, this passion, but I didn't know how to start. It was just so much information. It was like, oh my gosh, how is to register this? What kind of business I'm going to register? It's an LLC. It's a completely clueless about all these concepts, honestly. And then that's when I submit my form to Hacienda, and Tanya contact me and say, well, we like your idea. Let's put this, we're going to invite you to this ABC program. And then I was able to develop all my, pretty much my startup idea, that it was like, this is what I want to do, but I don't know how to start. So it was amazing. That was pretty much open everything, all the doors for me. Yeah.
I think for me too, it's partly like growing up in a poor family that didn't go to college, now that I think of it, my dad is a businessman, but he didn't do it the traditional way. He started cleaning pools for somebody else and realized, hey, I can do this on my own. But he always did it just sort of like...
on the go?
On the go. I was going to say, he would say,
More
a
informal,
la mexicana, or something like that. Just learning as I go, I can afford to buy more tools, and I can get a new truck, I can do all these things. And his last thing he ever thought about was billing the clients. He would have people owing him for years, And so he definitely didn't have a way to show me like, hey, mijo, this is how you start a business at all.
Yeah.
So I think just lack of any resources or even anybody telling you like a business owner something that you can do.
Right. On my
never
side,
thought
the
of it.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom and my family work for government, nurses for 30 years, nobody business entrepreneur. I have to break them all because I want to be independent too,
Well, your family was more like study, get an education,
family,
right?
Yes. They're like educated. They went to college. They're like nurses, professionals, all women. So I grew up with 4 women on my family. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Super independent. So single, no kids. The only one who has kids was my mom. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So you talked a bit about the class that you took with Empresarios, but in general, how has the Empresarios program played a role in helping you overcome the challenges? You mentioned a lot of lack of you needed a lot of resources for knowing what tools to use. Could you talk more about how Empresarios helped you out in those areas?
Well, Empresarios support me all the way since the beginning. Since the day one, we have all this group of people who were from different organizations. It was from Oregon agriculture, from just to when you have to get all the licenses. Also, different organizations like Oregon and everything.
Like all the different aspects that goes into creating a business. It's kind of overwhelming. Like, wow,
yes,
it's a lot.
And then also part of that of becoming my idea was also that I want to roast myself. I'm going to do it. Just a craftsmanship that I want to learn, something that I always want to do. And then Hacienda provide me with support to do all these trainings, to have all these trainings in Bookman Coffee Company.
Because Zara's background in coffee is barista. She's a barista.
Exactly. Yeah.
At sort of third wave coffee shops in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, yeah.
So that's where her fine coffee palate comes from.
Exactly. So pretty much I'm being trained to be a barista with all the aspects like how to taste, different methods, how to pull chops, how to dial the machine, but never roasting was a part of that. I always want to explore, but I never had the chance. So thanks to Hacienda, they pay for my training there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they helped us from trademarking, getting an LLC, learning all the things you have to do it legally and properly. all the way to the training,
All the way to
talking
training.
about importing, trademarking.
Where to apply, where can I sell my bags of coffee when the product is ready, the farmers market, how to connect with the people. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Honestly, we were talking about this the other day. Without Empresarios, without Hacienda, it would still just be a dream.
Yes, probably.
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember I connected you with someone that had the experience because one of our first meetings, you were like, "This is my plan. This is what I want to do," and I was like, "I have no idea how to help you. Like, I've never imported anything." But I started asking around. Turns out Alex knew someone who was in our program like years back. Because like
Hector.
Empresarios has been around for a long time with different names. But I said like, hey, I have a contact. Talk to him.
Hector.
How was that for you?
It was amazing. He was like completely like, he gave me all the information that some people can maybe feel like they will hide. He was like, this is how it is. This is what you have to do. This is the numbers that you have to call. This is, and every time I connect Hector is the owner of Café Zamora.
Okay.
Very successful business. He has a coffee shop in Southeast. An amazing man. And then his experience helped me so much. I was like, Hector, how many bags I can bring to the farmer's market? I don't know, 20 maybe. What can I do? Is I importing this amount of coffee? He was like, you probably just bring it with you. Okay, what about is I want to bring more? Well, you can do it in this way. Everything. He provided me all the information.
To this day, he still answers texts, and
Every
he's
text
invited us to his coffee shop.
I
to
went to say thank you.
just
to
talk about
him.
like
Yes.
the whole way. It's almost like I forgot that you connected them. He's been such a great resource.
Such a great resource. Thank you, Juan.
We'll
Yeah.
be like, what should we do with this? Text Hector. Or call him. And he's like, oh, do this.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we figured out how to start importing
Exactly.
through
Yeah.
his connection. Yeah.
His connection. He connect me
El
with
grano.
everything. El grano. Yeah.
Nice.
Great, thanks. Looking back now, what has been your proudest moment so far as a business owner?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, for me, every time I go to the farmer's market and I can sell one of my bags, it's a proud moment for me. It's just my the first time that I see the bag with my coffee, probably I was like, "Wow, this is it. It's real." You know. I think it was Christmas last year when we have our labels ready. One was our graphic designer is from Peru, and we were able to also pay to somebody who has the knowledge, and then he knows my culture, so he made amazing work. And then we printed the labels, and then also for a local business owner here. And then when we had the product, it was like a moment like surreal, like this is it, this is real. It's the beans that I roasted, the labels that we create, and then it was materializing there. Yeah, I think one of the proudest moments, maybe. Yeah.
For me, it was incredible when you came home with a suitcase full of beans that you she paid cash directly to this single mother farmer. And we were like, whoa, we're doing it.
We're doing it, yeah.
But I agree, then that was before the bags. But then when we put a label on the bag and we're like, oh my gosh, take a picture.
Maybe the most recently proud moment was when I was in Kenton Farmers Market, and one of these young kids with the EBT, and they have the tokens, he wanna bring coffee to his dad, but he couldn't afford. And then I was like, how many tokens do you have? Okay, just bring the bag to your dad. It's okay. Yeah, and he was so happy, you know? Yes, like...
Yeah, there's been times where we can tell people don't have enough money. They like the coffee, but they can't afford it. And we haven't officially called it a sliding scale, but we do it on the spot. How much do you have? Okay, we'll take it.
I don't think money should be a barrier for somebody to enjoy a good cup of coffee. Exactly.
Good call.
I think that what you're doing is amazing. One of the things that I tell all of my clients that have packaged goods, honestly, even the food service people too, is start at the farmer's market, because you'll meet people in person, and like those type of interactions, like you're gonna be recognized for that, and your brand is people are gonna know you, and they're gonna, like, if they see you on a shelf of a store after meeting you at the farmer's market, that's when they're like, I'll buy that one instead of the other, because I know them already, that you already like took the time to build connections with people face to face, you know, and for me that's like the best way to start.
I really enjoy the farmers market. It's so much fun, and get to know other small businesses. We share tips. At the end of the day, we trade, and we come back home with products like, oh my gosh, this is what I trade with my coffee bag. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. I love it.
You really get to know the community too. You know, we have in St. John's this lady who is co-owner of the bookstore yarn place.
Oh yes.
She loves Zara's coffee. She loves the story, and she's offered to allow us to use her shop as a pickup spot if people want to order.
So because sometimes just a fee for delivery, some people can just say, oh, maybe not, or maybe I will go to farmers market, or just leave it. I'm talking about online sales, you know.
Right.
So yes.
Like a $5 shipping fee can discourage somebody from making a purchase.
From making a purchase those days. So she offered us we can do it with her. So
like Zara said, I love how we meet the whole community and get to know them. And one day we were talking about it. It's like, because in the beginning we didn't know, do you have to have a coffee shop to roast coffee and sell it? As we're learning, and I said every time we have a farmers market, it's almost like we have a once a week little coffee shop in the neighborhood where we get to go to different neighborhoods and meet different communities.
exactly,
right?
yeah.
Well, and entrepreneurship is not just about the business. You talk about community a little bit, and you know, and family. How has your business for both of you impacted your family?
Well, in my case, on my family, my brother was like, "What? Are you doing this?" I was like, "Yeah, remember?" He was like, "Wow, this is amazing. How's it going?" I was like, "It's going really well, better than I was expecting," because I wasn't sure how. There are so many micro roasters in Portland, like 70 around. Yeah. So it's a lot of competition, but I feel like there is a place for everyone. I don't think that we have to be like, you know, stingy or like try to, you know, it's just, I feel like everyone has a place. Like, yeah, it's not like...
Especially important. It's like, it's
important,
never ending.
Never.
Somebody told us this thing. He said coffee is the greatest industry because as demand, you know, as more people roast coffee and sell it, instead of most industries where it makes prices go down, prices keep going up. So
yeah,
it's a good business to be in. But as far as your question, I think it's affected my family in the way that everyone's like, I want to start a business now. Like, what can I do?
Yeah.
I could sell something. All my nieces and my sisters are that, you know, even Julie, who's a lawyer,
yeah.
she's like, I should be doing something on the weekends. Like, I've got spare time.
Yeah, she has spare time.
Well, actually, she actually just recently quit her corporate job where she was just sort of this like lower end attorney doing all the stuff that the big wigs didn't want to do. And I think that this, watching us do it ourselves, sort of gave her the courage.
Probably.
So
and
great.
she started like, so now she's completely working on her own. She gets all her clients. She started looking at things like, I get all these requests to do these side jobs, and I have to turn a lot of them down. Like, I could just say yes to all of them.
Exactly.
And I be my own boss. So she's been like a month and a half now on her own.
She's doing really well.
And she's got more freedom to travel. She chooses what she wants to do.
Yeah.
What kind of
the freedom that you have.
So think about your inspiration that you've passed on.
I think so. Everybody now on your family pretty much is like,
right. We even inspired my lawyer sister.
Yeah.
So if you think about legacy, what does that word mean to you in context to your business?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't talked about that, but yeah, I mean...
You're still back at the beans and the label, right?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the
I feel like for me, it would be as a BIPOC women of color, indigenous, Afro-Peruvian, it would be a good role model for other women.
Yeah.
They can do it. It's like, I'm doing it right now, they can do it.
Well, and telling the stories of the women that helped you too, you know, with the acre and a half, and you know,
exactly.
and the women that you grew up with, and your role models too. So that's...
I think of from talking to Zara and what she tells me is important to her. The way that I think of the word legacy, it's like you said, coffee roasting is still very dominated by males and mostly white males.
Yes.
Really cool that in Portland you're starting to see a few BIPOC female coffee roasters.
There are
but
not
it's
so
still
many.
just
but
a few.
Yes, but it's a few. It's
And
still
also,
a few.
like, your idea of wanting to let these women, many of whom are single mothers, indigenous women, to be able to have a normal life, not poverty, by selling their beans at a fair. Because historically, the people who grow coffee and the people who grow cocoa, are really poor, and then they sell it to rich nations who enjoy it and sell it for crazy amounts of money. But all the money is in the rich country, not the poor place where it came from, right?
Well, the middleman also.
The middle person takes a lot. Yeah.
So doing this fair trade or direct trade is a way to cut that in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they work super hard. It's a super hard work. I have the opportunity to visit some farmers, and then that's a really hard job. And then, don't get me wrong, I do yoga. I'm normally very active, but that's a hard work.
Yeah.
I was
Physically
hard. It was like, wow, they do this every day. Some of them walk 2 hours to get into the farm.
Yeah.
Morning and afternoon.
That's amazing.
Up the hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah. It's really hard, yeah.
So you talked a little bit about community. How do you feel maybe you even inspire others? I mean, you talked a little bit about, your family and things, but inspiring community and maybe the people that you partner with and at the farmers market. Talk a little bit more about the community that you connect with.
Well, for me, it's been really enjoyable to be part of this community where we share tips. When we talk, we get connected. We get connected with everyone. Yeah. I feel like the farmers market is the best way. Like Juan say, it's one of the best and main is you want to start, and you become, like people get to know you. People come back to you. People are like,
What about with Oveja Negra?
Oh yes.
We met the lady who runs Oveja Negra.
Maria.
Oh, she is, yeah. So she sells,
Salsas.
This is how I think of kind of what you're touching on with community. We start talking about labels. We had very first set of labels we bought online from somebody who knows where they came from, and she told us, I know this guy, Miguel.
Yes,
He's Latino. He does everything printing related. You should go to him.
He's a local business owner.
I feel like we're still at it, but piece by piece, we're hoping to aside from the beans coming from South America, everything else be locally, somebody that we know, small business.
And now Miguel, for press play print.
Yeah, he made us hats, T-shirts.
He does all our merchandise.
I mean, this is incredible.
Wow. Banners. He did our labels now. He's doing everything for us. Even the bucket hats that we have now.
And farmers market is just like such a great community. Even from then I know, I mean, you didn't mention it, but I know, so I'll mention it for you, that from you participating in the Woodlawn Farmers Market, now PC has your product at their shop, yes. Frankie's Sips and Snacks, right?
Exactly, yeah. PC is the person who's in charge of the Woodlawn Farmers Market, and he's an amazing guy, really nice, really, he has a lot of resources and he likes to share with everyone. He invited me to be part of just showcase my products in a coffee shop, and that's amazing. So because when you don't have a brick and mortar, normally people are like, where I can get your products if you are not here, and then it kind of like back up, and also like it's to feel like it's in a shelf in a coffee shop. It's actually really good. Like it gives you some presence in there. Yeah. And
that's something that we're probably going to focus on the coming months, like try to get into more shelves. You know?
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, PZ's really great too. Like he's always trying to help people to grow and get into different ways. Like he just came and we were talking about Zara's last trip to Peru, because she went up to the Amazon and to Cajamarca and met a lot of the farmers.
Yes.
And he was like,
I met a new group of 72 women who are they're in the area of Amazonas. It's called the province is Amazonas. It's between the jungle and the Andes. And then I'm getting their coffee from them. It's called Women's fingerprints. That's the name of the cooperative.
Huellas de Mujeres.
Huellas de Mujer.
What a great story.
Yeah. So
Well, PC was like, that's such an awesome story. Like, why don't you come give a talk at my coffee shop? And we'll invite people, and you have your product, and you can tell them about your journey and what you just did. I was like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Instead, I was talking about another community. We saw somebody that from a different farmer's market raise pies. Raise pies.
Raise famous pies.
Famous pies.
They were walking by, and the wife loves Zara's coffee. She said, "Oh my gosh, give me some coffee!" And she pulls out her phone to show her because they stayed in the Amazon in this bungalow with a screen on one side where you could hear monkeys and birds. And so she said, "Why don't you put that like on an iPad and put it here, and people that come and look at the coffee can just swipe through your pictures?"
Yeah, that's
what
a
great idea.
Too. Yeah. That's true.
Right?
Yeah. That's great. It just goes right along with that whole community connecting from the farms all the way to the farmers market.
And then actually Raise Famous Pies, they were looking for an indoor market. And then I was like, talk to PC, he's around there. And they went straight to talk to them. So probably they want to be in the indoor market,
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know, I think we also get a chance to share a lot of knowledge about coffee. When we just start talking about coffee and people are asking like which has more caffeine, which is less caffeinated, how does the roasting process work. A lot of people, we just have conversations whether or not they're buying coffee, and we've had lots of people say thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Like I'm gonna go home and research this more.
Yeah, there is a lot of people has a lot of questions, and because I'm the roaster, I know the processing. And so I'm right there with them for their questions.
Great.
Thank you. Can you share a specific story about how Hacienda supported you, maybe a training, mentorship moment, or a resource that really made a difference? I know you've already mentioned a lot of the classes and a lot of the connections you made, but is there anything else that you really think that stood out from your experience with Hacienda?
Ooh, there are so many.
I think you definitely, some of the roasting one-on-one roasting from like a veteran roaster who's got over 10 years experience.
Yes.
We were kind of learning, we took the intro classes. Well, Zara, I should say, is going along learning, testing, but these 2 or 3 one-on-one roasting mentorships.
I have the great opportunity to meet Mike, and then Mike is like, he's a Q grader. He's a kind of like sommelier for wine, but he's on coffee. And then he's been training me, and I have some one-on-one with him. He's been polishing all my roasting, and it's really good
Taking
feedback.
what she wants to get out of it and saying, well, try this. That revolutionized our roasting, I think.
Roasting. I think since then it's been like, wow, this coffee is really good. Like the taste,
And Zara learned how to tweak it a little bit. There's all these intricate, almost scientific and timing things when you're roasting. How hot, give it more air, take some gas away to get it. You're kind of constantly, the entire roast, you have to be paying attention.
10 or 20 seconds after the first crack, it can make the difference for your coffee. Yeah.
I feel like she looks like a DJ when she's roasting. 'Cause she's doing this the whole time, And I'm like, if I talk to her, she's just like, whew, like.
Wait, I don't. You cannot distract
100%
me.
in that. Yeah.
I have to hear when it's the first crack. Like.
Well, and she's also like, the software that kind of records it, and she takes notes, because then we cup that coffee and we taste how it was different from last week's roast, and like, good or bad, how do we replicate that, or how do we tweak it, right?
So we normally do a cupping always. Cupping is one of the best way that QC you can do your product every time. We do the cupping after for
Does
our
that make sense?
roast.
You got to do the cupping each roast so that you know what you did this time. How is that going to taste?
Exactly, and you compare with your
for consistency or for trying something new, right?
Exactly, with your data you compare. Because we use a software for that. It's called Cropster. Yeah.
If you would have told us this stuff a year ago, I would have been like, "Oh my gosh, that's too hard. We'll never do that."
No.
I think you made a really good decision of doing a business about something that you're interested in, because to me, I mean, I have a question about this later, but I have over 30 clients, and I see some people that are like, I just want to have a business. It doesn't matter what it is, right? And I am like, yeah, you could do that, but you're gonna get tired faster. You're not gonna have as much of a quality product if it's not something that you're passionate about. And since you are, to me, that's like a great sign of a business that is going to be successful, because you put so much of your heart into your product, and that's like number one thing for me. Like, your product has to be great, and then everything else can come after that.
That's very true.
It's funny because
such a passion for coffee. Yeah.
When we went, like she said, she's been drinking coffee since she was 5.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom was thinking. She just sent me to the school with coffee. I was like, I just want my coffee. Mama, okay, just go to school.
You know what? To like what you were saying, that the first time we did that sort of boot camp thing, at the end you have an opportunity with a business advisor to pitch an idea. Zara pitched a very seed of this idea, and I pitched this idea for a videographer film business, and she said, I'm just going to tell you without any feedback,
that was Sophie, right?
that you looked strained and uncomfortable when you talked about your idea, and you were smiling and happy and bright. That's the better idea out of those two right away.
Yeah, she said, let's develop this idea. Peter, we're gonna put it in hold.
Because I was kind of like that. I just want to do a business.
Yeah.
Maybe video.
Yeah. That's true. That's a really good point. Yeah.
What's something that you know now that you wish you knew before you started?
Oh, that's a very good point. Well, I really enjoy talking to people, but I already been in customer service, so for me it's naturally. And always people has a lot of questions for me normally, like what's my process, where I'm from, normally in real life. But for me, just talking to people, listening their ideas, listening their daily life, and then how they connected with coffee. The coffee makes them happy. Coffee awake them. Coffee makes them ready to work. You know, it's interesting. We were in the farmers market the other day in Golden Farmers Market, and a lady approached to me and said, I think we're in the same journey. I was like, oh, interesting. What happened? She is from Sweden, and she just lost her husband, and she's thinking about coming back to her country and then reconnecting with his culture, with his roots. Like, it's kind of part of this business idea for me, is also reconnecting with my roots.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with my mom, who was Afro-Peruvian culture, and my aunties, so I was connected to that culture. But my dad's from the Andes, and they get divorced like when I was a kid, really young. So I never had the chance of having that part of the culture with me. Never explore so much.
Gotcha, yeah.
Exactly. And then part of my society always made you feel ashamed of, for some reason, to have the indigenous culture on you. That I was like, this is a beautiful culture. Why I have to feel ashamed? But you recognize that when you're an adult. You're not when you're a kid. So for me, working with these women, it's a part of me that reconnected with my roots that I was denied. Working with these really hardworking women. Yeah, so it's part of me that it was lacking, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I'm trying to think of something I wish I knew before, and it's like everything.
That you're able to do it, I guess, right?
But maybe one particular thing is realizing that you start applying for farmers markets like almost a year out. We thought, like, let's see if we can get in a farmers market next month.
Yeah. We didn't know that.
We didn't
know that. Yeah. I was like, wait, next year, probably. Yeah.
You gotta like start planning your next year already. You know,
Right.
like what weekends, which markets. One strategy I'll give you right now is what we're thinking is we have like specific markets that are going to be like all like twice a month markets. So like St. John's, we're gonna do twice a month because that's one of our biggest ones.
Yeah.
And then on the other day off per se is a rotating market.
That's a good
So
idea.
other markets that like
once a month.
that like once a month that were like this one was good, or this one we want to try out. Astoria was great for us, so we're doing more of that. I recommend it. So
yeah.
We've
We
been
are
talking
talking
about
about that.
that would
It
be
would be
fun.
nice, and it would be nice to do the trip and come back, and then different community.
And just reach
too.
a different community. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I have a lot of clients, and I want to say something that Ernesto said on his podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super busy. If you're gonna give up, I'm gonna give up faster because I have other things to do. But with that in mind, what would you say to a client that doesn't reply to the advisor's emails, doesn't show up for events? Like, what would you say to them?
Well, first we have to see exactly what's happening with everyone's life, you know. Some of us face different situations and barriers. I would say it's important also for Hacienda and for your business advisor that you show that you are interested on this, that you have to be in the top in the game. But we understand sometimes life is different for everyone.
But also that it's important for their own business.
Exactly.
I would say you're missing all the good stuff. This is the stuff that piece by piece you're learning and growing.
Exactly,
Like if you want your business to really be successful, you got to show up to all these things. Take advantage of everything you can.
And then
right?
answering the emails is important too, because well, it's somebody behind them that they have to report to somebody else, and then not answering emails is a little bit disrespectful, I consider too. And then not showing interest, it's like, I mean, it's really how your business is gonna be, you know?
Yeah, no, and you said something that like made me think a lot, because I always try to balance, maybe someone is like neurodivergent and they don't work in a certain way. So I need to, and that doesn't mean they deserve the service less, right? I need to find a way to reach to them. But at the same time, like there has to be a certain point where I'm like, I can't spend so much time trying to get you to do your business. Like this is something that you're supposed to want to be able to do.
Exactly.
And we have limited time, limited resources, and a lot of and a long wait list as well.
Exactly.
So I think like it's a balance, right? Like I should try to like make it as accessible as possible for everyone, but also they need to like take advantage of all the resources if they're already in the program, because there's a lot of people that are trying to get in, and we don't have a space for everyone.
Well, I think some of us who are part of the Empresarios, we're very lucky, and then we have to take this opportunity. Don't take it for granted. This is one opportunity that you have. If you meet so many in life, this is the one that you want to do this business, you have to do it. And then you have to be in the top of the game if you really want to succeed.
I think another way too to put it is like to remember that you're your own number one advocate.
Exactly, too.
Like my mom used to say, the squeaky wheel gets greased. And if anything, they should be upset that you're not answering them fast enough. They should be bugging you, right? To get as much as they can. Well,
exactly.
You're lucky to be a part of this.
You're lucky, yeah. We have to remember that, yeah.
What are your plans for your business? Like, how do you plan to grow?
So I think at this point, we're ready to escalate and try to get more traffic on the e-commerce. That's what I want to do. Hopefully, I need some more strategy in marketing, I think. And then also
and subscription services.
Subscriptions.
We have a lot of people asking us if we do subscription.
We have the subscription set up, but we don't know how exactly works. Maybe explore a little bit more of that. And then maybe adding more like something on our website that encourage people to buy. I just implement the $5 flat rate because I found that somebody left a car that it was like, so I was like, I sent an email say, this is the code for you to just free shipping, just in case.
And did they go through with it?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah.
We were just talking about what if
but that's a good practice though, by the way, sorry.
Yeah. No, but thinking like, I wonder if we could set up the website so if a person has a cart and then never purchases, if it'll give them a pop-up and ask them, what's stopping you? Is it the shipping fee?
Yeah.
We'll give it to you for free this time.
Yeah. I think in some websites that they can do that. Yeah. So I'm just try to figure out how to do that. Actually, I don't really. Shopify is a whole war. Yeah.
I was trying to do something myself for the longest time on
Oh my
Shopify,
God, yeah.
and I couldn't get it done. Like, I spent hours and hours like tweaking the settings, and at one point I was like, you know what, I just gotta hire someone, and, they fixed it in like 3 hours, and I was like, okay,
Well, now I only want to drink your coffee. I love your story. I love
you so much.
where you got to this point. And the other great thing about coffee, it's a product, if you use it every day.
Yes.
It's not like a banana or something. So I just love the whole journey that you've been on. But if you could leave our listeners, both of you, with one piece of advice, encouragement, what would that be?
I would say, you have a passion for something, that's what you have to do your business.
Bingo.
Passion,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. It has to be a passion involved. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy it. You're just going to leave it there. And then the passion motivates everything. Yes. Yeah. I would say that.
I would say, it's kind of cliche, but if you can dream it, you can do it. No matter how busy you are, you got kids, you got to work. Even if you can think about it or work on it half an hour a day, that's going to add up over time. I think the key is consistency. Don't let too much time go between going after what you want. Like, we noticed that in the beginning. If we didn't do anything business related for a month, it was like starting over again.
Yes.
So the more consistently you think about it and work on it, it's just like 30 minutes a day at the end of the year is like a few weeks worth of concentrated time.
Exactly. Yeah. Normally after farmers market, we're a little bit tired, but I do the inventory after a nap. Normally, to see how much I get, how many bags. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is good. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, this is it. Zara and Pete, thank you so much for joining us to this episode of Raíces de Hacienda and sharing your story with us. This has been episode number 5, Dreams in Action with Zara and Pete from Kaphiy Roasters. You can check them out at the St. John's Farmers Market, Kenton. Where else? You just go ahead and say all the places where you're at.
Woodlawn Farmers Market, Kenton. On Wednesdays, St. John's. And you can...
Every Saturday.
Frankie's Sips and Snacks.
Yes.
Yes.
Cafe 11.
Cafe 11. Yeah, Cafe 11.
And you're working on subscriptions.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Subscriptions.
And we usually keep, because we switch places a lot, we usually keep it updated on Instagram.
In Instagram, it's a good way to
And how
check.
do you spell Kaphiy?
Like
It's Kaphiy Roasters.
It means
It's Quechua word.
Quechua word, coffee. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, thank you both so much. This
Thank you
was
so much
amazing.
for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that.
And for our listeners, until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep building a future rooted in community.
Gracias por acompañarnos.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. The podcast, Raíces de Hacienda, has the purpose to celebrate the voices, journeys, and cultural roots of the people who make Hacienda what it is. Through storytelling, we uplift the lived experiences of our staff, their triumphs, challenges, and deep ties to community and culture. Rooted in Latina traditions and values, this podcast is a space for authenticity, connection, and pride. By sharing our stories, we grow a collective narrative that honors identity, builds belonging, and reminds us that our voices are powerful tools for healing, reflection, and transformation.